What's going on, everybody? Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us for anything and everything rock and roll. Of course, with a little bit of ADD. Anyway, I'm Zach.
TJ, you're muted.
I'm not muted anymore. I'm TJ.
And I'm Robin.
And you're listening to Rocked Attention.
I don't feel tardy. Or muted.
Or muted. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Good. Really good. Really good now that I've got a donut.
A donut? How do you say donut where you're from, TJ?
Donut.
You don't say donut or anything like that?
I say donut.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts, yeah. Speaking of Dunkin', I saw Dunkaroos today. You guys remember Dunkaroos? They're back. They're back.
Yeah. I mean, I never really ate them, but I know what you're talking about.
Great commercials.
Dude. Robin, he's just not feeling it.
I don't really remember Dunkaroos.
This is why you don't eat on the air, bro.
Oh, I
Yeah,
said
dude,
I said I don't remember what Dunkaroos are.
It's okay. How's the donut?
The donut is delicious because it's Voodoo Donuts.
Oh.
Do we have one of those in Austin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's on 6th.
I can vouch for that. I've been there.
Yes.
I didn't get a donut, but I can vouch for it.
You know, I've had Voodoo in Portland where they started. I might have had it in Austin. Are they as good as the Portland ones? Because I know you've had it in Portland with me, Robin.
Mm-hmm. They're the same.
Okay.
There's no difference in them. But yeah, they're really good. They're
Cool.
really delicious. Sponsor us.
Dude, we don't need donuts. They say you are what you eat. Do you want to look like a donut?
As long as I'm happy, man. As long as I'm happy.
That's
There
true.
you go. Good answer. Good answer.
Hey,
Well,
before we go any further, let's congratulate Zach on his new single with Cody Parks in the Dirty South.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. I'll tell you what, guys. It was a lot of fun playing on that. I did that on in Nashville with Cody. My voice just cracked. Puberty. I feel like Robin right now.
Well, that was last week. Robin got puberty last week. That's your turn.
Anyway, we did that out in Nashville, and it was a blast. Worked with a really great producer, Mr. Johnny, and it was awesome. Believe it or not, it's my first song on Spotify that I played on, and I'm very proud of that. And it made 2 playlists in 12 hours. And apparently, according to I talked to Ryan from Righteous Vendetta, because he's really into the Spotify thing. Which when we have him on the show, we'll dive into that. But apparently, getting on playlists is a pretty big deal. So 2 in 12 hours, I was very proud of. So thank you very much. I appreciate the shout out.
Anyway.
Sweet, this has been great.
All right, guys, we're out.
I ruined the show for us.
No. So I'm gonna take over from here because TJ usually comes up with the topic, the question, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
But this week, what y'all think about this, boys? I was thinking favorite venues, but we can take this from 2 perspectives: venues we've played at and love, and reasons why we love them, and also venues we just enjoy going to as spectators. How do y'all feel about that?
Well, it's been so long, I don't even remember, but I love the idea.
Yeah, I love the idea too, and the fact that we've talked about the idea for the last 2 days in the chat. So
It was like a day, bro. Less than 24 hours ago.
Did you just out me?
I did just out you.
What happened to be excellent, Tuj?
I'm being excellent. I'm excellent at outing you.
Okay,
darn.
yeah, folks, we have been talking about it for 2 or 3 days. Gosh.
But no, I thought it was a brilliant thing, especially in the era that we're in right now with, limited live music. It really makes you miss it. I played 2 live gigs this weekend. So.
Well, how did that go?
Oh, they were both fantastic.
Is that with Reese's Pieces?
It's with Pauline Reese, yes.
Dude, okay, come on. I said you've never heard that. No,
she makes the joke on stage. She says, "No relation to the Reese's Pieces, or I'd have a bigger bus." That's her joke.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
I love.
That's also E.T.'s favorite candy.
Great.
Little tidbit I did not remember from the movie.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna start this one.
Zach,
off.
you said you're taking over, so let's
Yeah,
go.
sorry. All right. I don't see. I'm thinking about the Canadian venues. That's why I'm saying sorry. Okay, I want to start this out from a hometown favorite, and I think all of y'all are gonna agree with this. And by all of y'all, I mean Robin. So I got to have dinner with my pops tonight and my mother. Hey, Mom and Dad, if you're listening. And hey to your mom and dad, Robin, I'm sure they're watching.
Nope.
Maybe.
Nope.
Nice. No, they're not. Well, hello to them anyway, and hello to your parents, Mr. TJ. But I'm going to go ahead and say for a spectator and as a performer, Antones in Austin, Texas.
Which
I have that
one?
on my list.
Do you really?
I didn't get to go, but I was going to bring it up because I was going to go see the Red Hot Chili Peppers there, like the night before I left Texas.
I take it that's a Red Hot Chili Peppers cover band?
No, it's a Beatles cover band, actually. That's a joke. But yes, correct.
You said it with such a straight face and dry tone. I was like, really?
I'm practicing my acting chops.
Yeah.
Great
well,
job.
Sweet background. Anyway.
Which Antones?
You mean which of the 6?
Yeah, well, yes. But I'm more meaning which of the 3 that we would have gone to.
Sure. Well, no questions asked, Fifth and Lavaca. No questions asked, hands down.
Okay.
The original, well, not the original.
The original to us.
To us. Now, I found out, this kind of broke my heart. I did not realize Stevie did not play at that one.
No.
He played at the one on Guadalupe. That was like the really famous, popular one on campus.
Mm-hmm.
I just did all this. Me and Dad were talking about this because he did the sound system at 2 or 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't know what Antones is, it's a very famous country blues club here in Austin, and anybody who's everybody has played there. And I mean, most famously, I'd probably say Stevie Ray Vaughan got his big start there. Would you agree with that, Robin?
Absolutely agree with that. I don't know if it would be his start per se, but it was definitely like one of the venues that was like instrumental in his career.
Sure. Okay, so would you say he cut his teeth there? Is that a good?
Yeah, it's one of the ones.
Okay.
Because yeah, there's some in there was probably venues in Houston and probably venues in Dallas and.
Sure. Now, I think he's from Dallas.
Yes.
Or Fort Worth.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
So.
Cool. So Antone's awesome venue. The one in particular I'm talking about is the one that's on 5th and Lavaca, 5th Street downtown. So Austin's famous for 6th Street, one street over is 5th Street, and
Yep.
It had a great vibe. Held a crap load of people, like what, 500-600, maybe even more.
I think I think you're pushing 500.
Okay.
I think it could do it. I think it could do it at the 5th and Lavaca one. I know it can't do it at the 5th and Red River, but not Red River.
Dude, like
San Jacinto.
I used to see Vallejo there, the Scabs with Bob Schneider, Dirty Worms. Do you remember Dirty Worms, the rock and roll like metal band that had a rapper frontman?
No.
Oh, dude, they're great. They might still be playing. And then I got to play there once with Drum Jam, and then I used to do the Austin School of Music rock camps. Do you remember those?
I did those.
Yeah, dude. So I played there 3 or 4 times. And it's just awesome video. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So that's the first one I'd like to start with.
Yeah, I have to second that. That was definitely on my list. I'm gonna have to start with one just because it's not only it's both one that I absolutely love to play, or that I've loved playing. I've only played there once, but I've played it and I loved it, and I've been to a ton of shows at it, and that's the Moody Theater. It's just such a good place. Everything that I've really heard out of there, I've never heard a bad show. And when we played, it was magical to play on that stage.
Absolutely.
And that's where like not to name drop, but that's where my dad played with Aretha, so it was like really special to play that stage. Sure. So it was I absolutely love the Moody Theater.
I agree. What's cool about the Moody is it's a big venue technically. I believe it holds either 2,000 or 2,500 because it's 3 levels. But what's so cool about it is the way it was designed. It feels intimate. Like when you're standing on stage, you feel close to even the farthest person away.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really cool for them to capture that, the architecture. Great on them, and it sounds phenomenal.
2,750 is the capacity.
See, it's a huge venue.
Yeah, they built up instead of out.
Totally.
So
and
yeah,
Steve Durr did the sound system there.
That's why I was. I know it was super last minute, but
yeah.
I thought of that. If I had thought of that earlier, I think he would have been an incredible guest to talk about like building of live venues and whatnot. So,
absolutely, or studios.
Yeah,
He's
or
got
studios.
Stories for days.
Well, we should have him on at some point to talk about studios and building it and what that's like, and give people a view of that side of things. That'd be interesting.
Of course.
So, TJ.
Yes, sir. So I'm kind of trying to figure out which one to go with first. I started like thinking about places I've been and stuff. But I'm gonna do one. It's kind of be for Zach too. I was thinking, what do you think? Remember the Ho Chunk when you played with D?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's different from being on the stage and stuff. But I think venue-wise, it was kind of. I mean, it was a casino, but like, your thoughts on like playing there, as far as everything was set up. It was cool to see like looking out at the empty seats in the crowd. And
okay, you're making it sound like it was an empty concert.
No. I mean, like the night before. Remember we went out?
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying. It's like, dude, that was a great show.
Yeah,
there was nobody there.
No, but then like filled in, and you had like your like lawn seats, and then you had just everyone up front in the quote-unquote pit area.
So, casinos are one of my favorite venues to play, for many reasons. The lodging is always awesome. They treat their bands really well at casinos. They feed you really well, and there is nothing better than waking up or taking a shower, getting on an elevator, going downstairs, and walking out a set of doors to backstage. Like, that is the dream. Because usually on big tours, you're at a hotel, miles away, and you've got to,
take a limousine.
I've never been brought in a limousine. It's usually, buses or
helicopter,
15-person bands or helicopters. No. And there's just something really nice about going downstairs and being right there at the venue. It's pretty awesome. So I love that. That was a really cool venue. But my favorite one with Dee Snider was when we played in, I believe it was Ohio, but it was a pavilion.
Cuyahoga Falls.
I would remember that. Maybe it was Huber Heights, maybe again what it was called.
Because I know that I think it's Cuyahoga that is a pavilion, but that's where they had the Warped Tour. So. Oh
heck yeah! I mean, and when I say pavilion, for those who don't know what that, like a woodshed, an amphitheater, where it's half indoors, half outdoors, where there's like a lawn in the back. I love those venues. There's something cool about it.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's my story.
That's a great story.
So are we?
Zach's up. I think I was bringing into the other element to it.
Absolutely.
Like seeing it and also like performing it, versus just because I want to save some of mine for last for like my best.
Oh yeah, me too.
Can't spoil it yet.
Oh, dude. I'm doing the opposite. I'm shooting my shot at the beginning, but
gotta make it last, man. You gotta make it last.
Hey, dude. I don't know where to go with
that. That's what she said.
Am I ready yet? So anyway.
Not as red as the light in the behind you.
Oh, thank you. I felt like there was too much blue, so I changed it to red. Anyway, TJ, I will say that was like one of the first times that you and I got to really hang out, and so that was a special trip for me, and I'm glad you came out.
That was awesome. And the Spotted Cow.
Heck yeah, dude. That was.
They can
fun
sponsor
time.
us. I'm down.
Sure. That was some delicious beer. Robin, Spotted Cow is a beer that you can only get in this, like, is it the state or just that city?
As far as I know, it's only in Wisconsin. I could be wrong. Someone could fact check me on that. But, like, literally, you got to cross the border to get it.
Dude, and it's delicious.
Delicious.
It's a dark beer.
Ooh,
okay.
my kind of beer.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go...
Blossom Music Center. Is that where you played?
Say it?
Blossom Music Center? No? Okay.
That's the Yingling talking, bro.
No, my girlfriend just chimed in and was like, Blossom Music Center in Cuyahoga Falls. I was like,
No, I'm pretty sure it was Huber Heights because I just remember it being fun to say. So I think it was that place. Anyway, okay, next is, and this might be on one of y'all's venues, but I'm going to go with the very famous Whiskey A Go-Go on the Sunset Strip.
Absolutely makes my list.
Never been. Makes my list of like venues that are like, you know,
want to go to.
Yeah, want to go to that are dream venues and that, you know, obviously legendary. I've never been.
Yeah, dude. So the whiskey, when you walk in, there's just an energy. It's like you know what went on here.
Mm-hmm.
I just got chills thinking about it.
Right, dude. And I was very blessed. I got to headline there twice. Once with Adelita's Way, and then once with Dario Lorena, and both times were super fun. But the in particular one I'm talking about is the one with Dario, because my hero showed up. Zach Wilde showed up, and I got to meet him. And he watched the whole show, and he said some really kind things to me afterwards. And I'm just like, thanks.
Validated.
Dude, I don't get starstruck. You know, I've met a lot of celebrities, and it's great. Cool, man. You're a person, and I think everyone's equal. I love everyone, but I got tongue twisted. I didn't know what to say. I had nothing to say.
Wow.
I know.
You not having anything to say. That's crazy.
That kind of happened to me. That's kind of sidetracking, but I was gonna say Dario is a phenomenal guitarist.
Monster. Monster.
I don't know what he's been doing, but he is phenomenal. He had great hair last time I saw him.
Totally. Have you listened to his his stuff?
I haven't. It's been a long time since I checked in on Dario, but I remember it's probably 10 years ago. I was like, this guy's gonna be a stud.
Totally, man. Well, his newest album was called Death Grip Tribulations, and dude, there's some bangers on there.
I'll have to check it out. And on the note of starstruck, you wouldn't think it, but I met Trickster once, and usually I could talk through things, but I was like, there, what? And it was Trickster of all people. Like you think of him like Bret Michaels or something, but I met Bret Michaels and I was
literally just thinking of Bret Michaels, and then you said that. Yeah. That's hilarious.
I met Bret Michaels. I was like, "What's up, man?" You know, it was like cool, but like when I met Trickster, I was like, "You're Trickster." I sounded like
Tricksters are kids.
Yeah. Trying to think of the kid from It that has the stutter, but we're not making fun of anybody tonight. I'm just saying that's how I sounded when I met Trickster. And then I ended up buying Steve Brown a shot.
That's awesome.
So that's my story. Anyways, yeah. But whiskey, I was gonna mention on that note. Robin, you never been? But when you walk in, there's still a poster from like when Motley Crue played one of their first shows, like one of those banners.
Wow.
In like right corner, still hangs to this day, I think, but I can't verify because it's been a few years since I've been.
That's pretty awesome.
Next time you go to LA, just go.
Well, I've always made a thing, and I don't go to LA unless I get paid, because I hate LA.
Whoa, those are fighting words.
That's aggressive, yeah. Let's not be mean, bro.
I lived there. I don't like LA.
I know. Well, hate is such a strong word.
Hate.
You're not fond of LA?
The complete opposite of Randy Newman. He loves LA.
Great. I hate it. I'm good. There's a black hole in the lower area of California that people refer to as Los Angeles. Although I will say that I've kept my promise to myself. When I left LA, I said I'm not coming back here unless I'm getting paid. And every time I've gone back, I've been getting paid. So I've kept that promise to myself. So I'm proud of that.
Yep. Way
But
to go, pal.
I know. No, there are a lot of redeeming qualities to LA. I mean, I love the beaches. I spent so much time at Santa Monica when I lived there, way more than I should have. And there's great Topanga Canyon is gorgeous to go hiking in. So
you're saying like LA's pretty cool.
I've
like the beaches.
I've listed 2 things. Like that's yeah.
Hey man, love can be found with one thing.
Moving on and upwards here, folks.
So deep. DJ! Or actually, Robin!
It was Robin's turn.
It's my turn. Oh boy. So I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with one that I absolutely just. So, you would think that this would probably be the last one on my list because it's one of my favorite places on planet Earth. Just in general, just as a place. It's not only one of my favorite places to go to, because I grew up going here.
Chipotle?
Yes. But it's been one of my favorite places to play. I've cut my teeth playing there. That's the Elephant Room here in Austin. And I will openly say it is not the best sounding venue. But there's just something about the fact that it's a dirty basement bar that plays only jazz music, and yeah, it's the best way that I can put it is it's my version of Cheers. You know, you go into it and it's like you want to go to the place where everybody knows your name. That's the Elephant Room for me. So,
and believe you me, I have been there many times with Robin, and everybody knows Robin at that place. I mean, like, you walk in and it's like, okay, say hey to your new best friend for me, you know. No, it's awesome, dude. And you grew up there, dude. Weren't you there when you were a baby? You grew up
way before I was legally supposed to be there.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I have a connection to it because my father books all the music there. But, you know I've got several friends whose parents are booking agents, and they don't frequent the venues that their parents book.
Sure.
Like,
hey, if it feels good,
yeah,
do it, dude.
It feels good, and I mean, there's been some legendary things that have happened there. I know Ray Benson has sung down there. Wynton Marsalis has come in. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a band called Galactic from New Orleans.
I've heard of Galactic. Yeah.
So Stanton Moore is the drummer for Galactic. He's one of my favorite drummers of all time. And I had just come out of the bathroom, and the air dryer in the bathroom was broken. So I had washed my hands, and I'm like trying to clean them off, and I literally come out of the door, and if you're in the Elephant Room, the men's bathroom, so like if you walk in and you're looking at the stage, the bathroom is to the right, and it's like right when you go past the stage, it's that first door on your left. So I come out of that right as the song ends, and this drummer gets up and off the throne, and my dad walks over and goes, "Hey Robin, by the way, this is Stanton Moore." And I'm just like trying to like clean my hands off, and I shook his hand. I was like, I swear they're clean.
Hey, I just peed on myself.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
Meeting one of my heroes, and like I've got a wet hand.
Hey man, he'll never forget you. He'll be like, yeah, that's that kid with the wet hand.
Yeah. He's probably forgotten me. That's fine though.
No, you're old bathroom boy.
Yep. But yeah, I encourage anybody to just go down to the Elephant Room if you come to Austin, because it's what in my opinion, and we could touch on this later in this episode, because I think it would be, you know, something good to touch on, but it's truly one of the last bars in Austin that to me feels like an Austin music venue. Because there's a vibe to it.
Sure. Excuse me. Sorry. I think the new Antone still pretty much feels like an Austin venue.
That they did a damn good job at recreating that. Will and his partners there. Yeah.
Totally. I think that
Saxon.
the Saxon pub still feels like Austin. Now there are newer, because dude, I mean, the Moody Theater, that's a really fancy venue. That's like newer Austin.
And that's also a different type of venue. Like
sure. And if we're gonna put, what was the like Parker Jazz Club? Unbelievable.
We'll get to
sound system.
We're gonna get to that one. That's on my list. But yeah.
No, totally. And I figured it would be. But like, I don't think that's an Austin-y venue.
And that's what I mean. Like, to me, like, Austin-y venues are those venues that you go with your friends where there's there's great live music where you can sit outside and you've got a beer and you're just shooting the shit with your friends.
Sure.
And it's, it's a good hang. And I feel like so many bars in Austin now are trying to be something, like they're trying to create an atmosphere and not just letting the atmosphere create itself.
Right on.
But yeah.
Hey, but I mean, Parker.
We'll get to Parker. Yeah, it's on my list.
We'll get to you in a second, TJ. All right, TJ. What?
No, we're good. No, I was gonna bring up. I can't remember what it was. I mean, it's not like necessarily a great music venue, but Bangers on Rainy Street. I saw some good live music there.
Yeah, actually, Bangers is pretty good. I won't lie on that one. I don't know how they're doing in all of this. I know that several of the venues on Rainy Street, a lot of the places on Rainy Street have been hurting. So
that's a lot of places. And that wasn't my pick necessarily. I was just trying to get on the Austin vibe. Okay, go ahead, Zach. Yeah, just take over. It is your idea after all.
I love Rainy Street, and that is probably my favorite part of Austin now. Like, if I'm gonna go out, Rainy Street is my favorite place to go.
I found that out when I was in Austin. I thought, I was like, 6th Street's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. And I went to 6th Street,
Nope.
and there was a guy with like a rooster on his shoulder.
Yep.
I was like, nope. This is weird, but like I kind of liked it, but it was dirty 6th Street. Like,
that's what it's called, Dirty Sixth.
Oh man.
I went by.
And people were like, "Hey, come in, free shots." I was like, "Oh boy!" Like, I appreciate the offer, but I could tell it's not. No, that's not good.
You had me at. I went by 6th Street and there was a rooster on a guy's shoulder, like an actual rooster.
Yeah,
literally.
Wait, have you never seen this guy?
No. That's
yeah.
Yeah. He has like a glass eye pointing the other way and stuff.
Yeah.
I no idea what's happening.
There's still some weirdness to Austin. There's still some weirdness to Austin that I really, really enjoy. That guy's one of them. But yeah, no, like.
Rest in peace, Leslie.
Leslie is not the guy with the rooster, but Leslie is a legendary Austin figure.
He was a homeless man, correct?
I've heard so many different stories about Leslie. I've heard that he's homeless. I've heard that he actually had a house. I've heard he's a millionaire and he just chose to live that kind of life. He's just a weird dude. I don't know. I've heard so many different stories about him. All I know is that he walked around in a leopard print thong downtown. That was it. Like, that's all I really know about the guy.
He was an Austin staple.
Yeah.
Everyone knew Leslie.
Yep. Yeah, 6th Street is... Ugh. Anytime someone comes to Austin and is like, yeah, we're heading to 6th Street, I'm like, cool. Nope, I hope you have all your shots.
I loved Rainy Street. The only good thing about 6th Street is there's like pizza like every half block.
Oh, Ropolos? Or Ropolos?
I can't remember it, but whatever. Anyway, it was good pizza.
Horrible.
Dude, that pizza is the best when you're like at like 1 a.m. when you're kind of drunk. That is some of the best pizza.
Dude, I'm sorry.
It's late night pizza. It's late night pizza.
Dude, there are only 2 places on 6th Street late night that are good. The death metal, Hoax death metal pizza. Is that what it's called? Hoeks?
You guys know more than I would. I just remember
I know what you're talking about.
It was like a 4-foot window, literally.
Ropolos.
And then this guy, I was like, "You put jalapenos on it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he cooked me up jalapeno slice of cheese with jalapenos on it, and it was, as Zach would say, delicious.
Was it dark or was it really bright inside? Do you remember?
Dark.
You were probably at Hoax Death Metal Pizza.
Yeah, you were.
Hoax Death Metal Pizza is awesome, and if you went looking like you looked, they probably hooked you up because he was like, brother.
I did get a free slice actually, so I had 2.
That's because he was like, my people.
Yeah, that's the death metal place.
Metalheads that work there.
Yeah.
Which awesome. That, and then there's also one on Red River and 7th. What is that one called? And that's like a true New York, Hoboken Pies.
Yes.
That one's pretty good. It's a New York place. But yeah, dude, Rapallo's is.
Oh, it's
pizza. I made the trek for the whatever. What's Austin's famous for? Like two
Home Slice
or not? No, there was another one.
Home Slice is one
amazing.
of them.
It's got like yeah. I walked up and I sat outside. I can't remember.
That's Home Slice.
Just across the Austin Bridge, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
Home Slice.
Okay.
It's amazing. It really is.
It was awesome.
And then before you got here, we had Frank and Angie's rest there.
Yeah. Oh man, Hut's Hamburgers is gone too.
Ah.
Ugh.
I was more upset about Frank and Angie's.
Oh, of
I know
course.
it's the same owner.
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning in to Pizza Detention.
Yeah. Food.
Anyways, I'm finally gonna pick a venue.
Good.
Sorry to diversify from the Austin talk, but the Social in Orlando, Florida, downtown.
Never been.
Diversify? I don't know if that was the right word.
You mean diverge from the Austin discussion?
Well, both. Like, just spread out.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess they both work.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. Diversify University. Sorry.
Anyways, yeah, the Social in Orlando, I've only been there a couple times, and usually I don't go downtown Orlando, but it was a cool little intimate venue.
What would you say the capacity is?
Couple hundred max, maybe. It's one of those, like, I'd say you've got small stage, just a general tiny pit area, and then a back bar. So it's, yeah, you're talking maybe 200 max, maybe.
Man, 200, that is such an in-between number. I feel like venues now are either super small, like 50 to 100, or they jump to like, the 300 to 500 range. What in Austin, Robin, would you say is a 200 seater?
Lambert's.
Is that the restaurant?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're a barbecue joint, but they have a venue upstairs.
Okay, I've never been.
Lambert's would be one of them. The Elephant Room is not even. Oh no, the Elephant Room doesn't even reach 100. My bad.
I was about to say, dude, I wouldn't go in there if there was 50 people.
No. The Elephant Room gets over 100. I'm being an idiot.
What's
it doesn't.
The one on 6th Street that's upstairs?
The Parish.
Yes.
Which is funny that they're upstairs and they're called the Parish Underground.
Oh.
But no, they're over 200.
Absolutely.
But I'm trying to think of like other 200 seat venues in Austin.
It's an odd number.
Yeah.
Like, weird number to have a venue.
Yeah.
But I love that number.
Yeah.
It's an intimate 200.
Yeah.
That's a fun crowd, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I want to see this place in what city in Florida?
Orlando. Yeah.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Zach. What's your venue?
Cool.
I did this the other day. Do you guys remember? Oh, Robin probably knows. You probably never watched Ninja Turtles, Zach, did you?
I did not.
Because they're in Secret of the Ooze. It goes, yeah. It's the beginning of the movie. Zach, Robin knows what I'm talking about, but I figured Zach would.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
Zach, continue on. This
Next
podcast
is going to be the House of Blues inside of the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ooh. I had Chicago and Orlando on my list because I've been
For House of Blues is?
Yep.
See, so that's what I love about House of Blues is it's a chain of venues, but they are very consistent and they have really cool memorabilia and they just have an awesome vibe. And generally speaking, at least I can say this for the Vegas one, and I've been to one or two others, they have really good productions, good sound systems, great light shows.
I know the one in Cleveland is good.
Yeah?
I've seen a show there. It sounded great.
Did you feel the vibe that we're talking about?
Not so much there. So, do you remember when we stumbled upon the little groove band that was playing at the House of Blues in LA when we were there? Do you remember that? We stumbled into the back bar
and went upstairs.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So,
did someone just say something you were reading?
Yeah, I was reading it. Lisa So Lisa asked a question earlier, and I answered it. She asked, "Do y'all wear earplugs or ear protection when you go to these venues?" And I answered. I said, "I know Zach and I do, but not sure about TJ." And Tosh just messaged in and goes, "TJ definitely does not wear ear protection."
TJ,
Dude,
in all aspects of life, wear protection.
Yeah. Well, my hair protects me. We're fine.
Yeah.
And bandana. We're good.
So,
But I just thought of this, Zach. I have been to House of Blues in Vegas. I saw Billy Idol there. Met Billy Idol and Steve Stevens that night as well.
That
He
would
had
be a good show.
a residency at the House of Blues.
It was awesome.
I want to see
And
him.
I saw Steel Panther at Chicago and then Orlando. I think it was just because I was back in the Disney days. That was like club night. And it was like dollar PBR. So you're like, okay.
You just made me think of when you said "back in the Disney days." You made me think of that Kiss song, "Back in the New York Groove." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was an Ace Frehley song.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Not
Ace
even
Frehley.
I was gonna let that one go, and I was like,
No, we correct each other on this podcast.
Okay.
We'd be excellent to each other.
Back in the Disney days.
Friends don't let friends
Back in the
speaking
songs wrong.
speaking of corrections, I would like to further apologize for my faux pas of forgetting a David Lee Roth era Van Halen album on the last podcast.
People forgot about that, and now you're
No.
just
Yeah,
bringing
and now
it
you
up.
brought it up.
I will
That
never forget about it.
1985 album was great.
Shut up.
Very sincere of you, Robin. Then at this point, I'd like to take time to thank Celsius for sponsoring me because it's not going to work.
It's
There it is, as usual.
we can't see it.
Let's go from here as usual.
I'd like to thank this clear bottle that I'm holding.
Yeah.
That's
It just
funny.
basically like you put it all the way up to the screen. It just showed your
It just
background.
turned
That's
into
it.
rock detention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Hey,
What?
maybe there should be a rock detention Celsius flavor.
Would it be called Rock Celsius?
Celsius rocks. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Did I go? Yeah, I went. Okay, Robin,
House
go.
of Blues, yeah. Tell us your favorite Austin venue again.
My favorite Austin venue?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh no, I'm gonna get there. My favorite, absolute all-time period end of it. I have no second thought about this. Parker Jazz Club is my favorite venue in Austin. Period end of it. They built that club so well. The vibe in the room is amazing. The sound is perfect. It is one of the only venues I've ever been to where I don't need to wear ear protection because they don't.
Yep.
The music doesn't get loud enough. It's a jazz club in Austin, and it's a they built it from the stage out, so the room is, if you walk in, you kind of look up and it's like it's a basement underneath the Capitol Grill in Austin, and you walk up and you look and you can like see all the bars and the AC vents going across, but the stage is completely padded and soundproofed, so it's coming out of the stage. The music already is not that loud. I've gone there and I've played on that. It's one of my favorite places to play, and it's one of my favorite places to listen to music. But yeah, I was playing there, and I'm playing a gig, and I, like, halfway through the show, the house drummer for there kind of signals, like, he like kind of does this thing, and he's like, meaning like play louder. And I'm like, really? I'm banging away back here. Yeah.
Great acoustics.
Yeah, great
Great
acoustics.
sound system.
I think I may be completely wrong on this, but
He did.
Yeah, Steve Durr helped build.
He's a master.
Yeah, he's just a master. So if you get a chance in Austin, go to Parker Jazz Club. The drinks are a little expensive, but it is worth every penny to go there.
The drinks are expensive, but they're phenomenal. Their bartenders and bartendresses are wonderful. It's high-end craft cocktails.
Yep.
I love Parker. I love the way it sounds. Love the lights. And the vibe is perfect for the music because it's only jazz. They don't allow any other music, correct?
No. Well, so It's primarily jazz. They do have blues night. I think that's Wednesday. Well, they used to before COVID.
PC.
I think that was Wednesday nights they did that, and then they had organ night. So they have a B3 organ down there, and yeah.
Okay, then I want to give that place another try because I would love to go in there to see organ night and blues night.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I wouldn't want to go see rock there. It's too classy. You know, I almost feel like I need to be wearing a button down to go in there.
Yeah, they do actually have a dress code. It's all like Austin dress code, but it's still like you can't what you're wearing right now. You couldn't get in. They don't want this kind of stuff, and they would frown upon this shirt. So
TJ, our kind is not welcome at this place.
So
well,
I don't know. TJ
we'll just go next door.
TJ's got the swagger though. He may be able to just go in and be like, "Sup," and they're like, "TJ, you're in."
You said Zach doesn't have swagger?
I don't have swagger.
No, Zach's got swagger, but
I'm actually the lamest person I know. No swagger here. No game.
Robin's wearing sleeves, so.
Absolutely. And Robin, if he walked up to the door, he wouldn't say "What's up?" He'd say "Sup, dude." So say it right.
It is what it is.
Oh Lord. All right, go on, big boy.
I wish you guys could see the comments.
Well, then read them to us. Let's take a little short break.
Come on, bro.
So,
We got 69 minutes to fill, bro.
Keith just commented and said it's organ night every night at Zach's. So
thank you.
Thanks, Keith.
Love you, brother. Miss you, man.
But yeah,
Miss you more. Love you more.
Yeah,
dude, we got to get Keith on here soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Keith, we Skyped 2 or 3 nights ago, and we talked for at least an hour, and at the end of it I was like, damn, I wish we would have recorded that. It was so good. We got super in depth about the 80s and about bands that he used to play in and like crazy stories, and I hope we can recreate that with the 3 of us.
Get him on, we'll do it.
Done deal.
Any other comments?
Yeah, what's going on, Robin? Is that it?
I read you I read you the most previous ones.
We got so excited for it that we thought there was more.
Yeah, I was like,
so there's one comment.
That's what I said. I wish you could see the comment.
I could have sworn I heard comments.
Maybe I slurred it a little bit. Thanks, Yingling.
That Yingling. I'm saving my best for last still, but I'm gonna go with, and maybe it's cause I was in Finland, so it was cool, but it was a cool little intimate venue. Tavastia. Saw Santa Cruz play there.
Nice.
And it was their like album release party, and they broke up shortly after. They're supposed to do a U.S. tour.
Which guitar player did you see?
So it was Archie and Johnny. Like, it was original lineup, and then shortly after, it was. I mean, that show blew the roof off. It was
totally
awesome.
Dude, I think all of their musicians that they've had through the band are fantastic because I've checked them all out like on Instagram and whatnot. But dude, Johnny,
first 3 albums were. Oh,
dude, Johnny's unreal.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on, man.
Cool.
But yeah.
Cool
I recommend
story.
if you go to Finland. Oh, thanks, Robin. Yeah.
So, no. He said cool. He was like cool, and so I just chimed in with cool story. I'm not trying to end your sentence. Never mind. I was trying to be funny. It didn't work.
It's okay, man.
Keep drinking that Yingling, bro.
I'm just gonna mute myself and just let y'all talk.
Penalty box, bro. Penalty box.
I was, if you heard me get quiet about 2 minutes ago, is because I was trying to make a joke, and it didn't work right. So I didn't say it, but now I'm going to talk it out so I can see. So I wanted to say something along the lines of, okay, now I feel really stupid. Let's go on.
Oh no, you've breached this door. Let's go.
At this point, it's the Willy Wonka meme.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, there's 2 of you looking at me.
Oh, don't worry. There is. If I get over here, there's 8, 9, 10 people looking at you.
10 people looking at me now. Look at me now. No, I just wanted to say something along the lines that you said you went to Finland, and I said, at the end of that trip, were you finished? No. Okay.
That was very worth it.
That was worth it.
You're ready to be a dad, Zach.
Don't say that. I actually watched my niece today, which she is absolutely adorable. She is a handful. You cannot take your eyes off her. She gets into everything. But yeah. Thank you. Is the answer, the short answer to what you just said. Thank you. But I am not ready for kids. All right, go on.
Me either. Zach, I think it's your turn.
Oh shucks.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Yeah. Next is we're gonna go back on vibe, and I'm gonna say the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. Unfortunately, I was not playing there, but I was seeing a dear friend that play there, Mr. Frank Sidoris, with Slash and Miles Kennedy. That was actually my first show there, and I think technically my first show in Nashville, and it was awesome. So that's it. For those who don't know, the Ryman, that's where they film the Grand Ole Opry, Live at the Opry.
I think it's one of the places that they film it,
well, there's two.
Yeah.
There's the Grand Ole Opry and then Live at the Opry, but they're affiliated with each other, and it's in an old church, and so there's no seats. It's all church pews, and it's just a great vibe. And it's yeah, it was Slash, dude.
I almost saw Slash in Ireland if I had gotten there like a week earlier. It was like the I can't remember what it was called. There's like some big festival in Ireland, right outside of the apartment complex I was staying in for work. It was. I saw the Killers there though, and I'll tell you what, they were pretty good.
Did they kill it?
Got the jokes tonight.
Well, as soon as you said you went to Ireland, I was like, what can I say about that?
Right? I started thinking too, and I'm going,
Yeah, found a way.
I only thought of two things, Lucky Charms and Leprechauns. So, I have nothing. But Killed It was pretty good.
Yeah, I did like that.
That was good.
Continue on, Rob. I was trying to find the festival. Del Sonic. Done. All right, your turn.
All right, done. My turn. Okay. Venue. I have a whole list of venues, but I'm starting to think. I want to get more. I want to think more about like. Okay, it's not there anymore, but one of my favorite places, because I went there a whole bunch when I was in high school and early college. I really, really loved the old emos in Austin.
Yes, times a billion.
It was shitty and like a dirt floor, and
Dude,
there was
garbage.
There was a pole. There was a massive beam in the middle of the stage, and it could get uncomfortable with people. You know, when you're in like mosh pits there and whatnot. But
low ceilings.
Yeah, low ceilings. Just nothing was optimal, but it was still an absolute fantastic music venue, and I saw so many good bands there.
Dude, At All Cost used to play there. The Bled. I saw Skrillex there during South by Southwest.
Like as Skrillex, or when he was still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw him there with From First to Last when he was part of that hardcore band.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, okay. Question. I don't know I love Skrillex. When dubstep came out, that was my jam. I feel like dubstep is the heavy metal electronic. Is that a good way to describe it?
I would say so.
Because there's breakdowns and Are you with us, Robin?
I'm in.
Yeah. I don't know. Electronic music. Like I'm picky. I'm real picky about electronic music. So.
Are you doing the David Crosby?
Oh.
I didn't want to bring it up, but I was like, come on, man.
Have some decorum. Yeah.
At least be like, that guy was awesome. Wasn't my thing, but it was awesome.
Yeah. Dude, we don't talk about politics.
Yeah. I was like.
It's not political.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the making of laws in our country.
The rock laws.
The rock laws. My bad.
Yeah. DJ just gets me.
Moving on. I'll take one. Another one in actually not Orlando, Florida. It depends on what we think, but Epcot Center in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, owned by Disney World in the middle of Epcot, not drinking around the world, but the countries. Drink around the world's awesome, by the way, if you get a chance.
That's
In the
just where
middle,
you have a glass of wine in every city, right?
every country, technically. But in the middle is America. It's like a little, just like band shell. I've seen Night Ranger, like they play like 3 shows a day. I've seen Night Ranger there. And I high-fived Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, so no big deal.
Wait, I have a question. Very important question.
Have at it.
When they get to America, do they just give you a can of Bud Light? Like what?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Seriously, that's what it is. It's either
awesome.
that or Sam Adams or Yingling.
Oh man,
But
or
for the
like
most part, for the most
Keystone.
part, it's like here's your burger and Bud Light.
That's wait. Oh man.
When it's like, and I was like, man, that was kind of selfish at Epcot when they built it. Off topic, but I was like, you put America in the middle. Come on.
I mean, they're in America, so why wouldn't?
But it's
they?
just funny. Anyways, yeah, it's a nice little venue. I'm just kind of going down the list, and I've got plenty more, but I'm gonna get to the best coming up.
The best is yet to come, except for Zach's, because he already did his best ones. All right, these are all special to me. Okay, cool. Next on my list. Oh my lord. That is all of them. I mean, I have a bunch more, but Robin already said I was gonna bring up ACL, and wow, that is.
I got one, Zach, that both of us would probably agree on. That you could use.
Go for it.
La Zona Rosa.
That was a very cool venue, and that's one of those in between venues. Like it's not, they had bigger bands, but it was almost too small for the big bands.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
What did you say?
What I don't.
500 or 600.
Yeah.
Standing room
only. 400 to 500. Yeah.
I missed that club. That was cool. I saw Meat Math there. I saw the DJ and the da 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 da. Oh, you don't know. Never mind.
No, I might know it.
Really big name.
Tiesto?
Super blonde hair.
Oh,
no.
Not Zed.
And the grass begins to grow.
Nope.
Gold Dust. Da, 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 da.
No.
Gold Dust was
I
the
don't
big
remember
song.
it. Yeah, I guess I don't know him.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna feel. I don't know why I can't think.
Yeah, I didn't want to take yours.
Did you ever play there?
No, but I saw so many bands there. I saw Avenged Sevenfold. I saw Alkaline Trio. I saw before the Rev died. I saw Alkaline Trio. Dude, that was a great show.
Tell me everything about. Dude, I love Avenged Sevenfold.
So I went.
What were they like? Not in an arena setting.
So I went with Chris McMeans.
Nice. Hello, Chris. Hope you're doing well.
And I told her. I said, "Look, I wasn't really into mosh pits much anymore at that point, but she wanted to be in one, so she wanted to do it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay with you, but if it gets too crazy, like I tend to like to stand by the soundboards, and she's like, no, go stand by the soundboard, I got this, and she
was a softball player, dude.
She got out, like when the show was over. It's a phenomenal show.
I bet, dude. I love that.
But when the show was over, and they like all these people came out, and she's like high-fiving these dudes who are like a foot and a half taller than her, and they're just like, she's a badass, like, this is amazing. And actually, yes, Lisa, I have kept all the ticket stubs to most of my shows. They are sitting next to my computer.
Same. I have them all.
But I just remember that Avenged Sevenfold was one of the most polished bands I'd ever seen live up to that point. Every single thing they did was like it was like precision.
I mean, dude,
yeah.
Their songs are so intense. Like, if you're not solid, it'll sound like it'll be jumbled up there.
And one of the best sounding shows I heard at La Zona Rosa. Yeah. But I saw Todd Rundgren there. I saw Nightwish. That was the other one, which was really weird to see them in a venue like that. It was
Phantom of the Opera,
dude. But I mean, like, they're so anthemic and big. Like, I would say that musically, they're bigger, like sound wise, than like Avenged Sevenfold. So to hear like this huge sound in a small venue like that was really weird.
That's all the orchestral stuff.
Oh, of course. But yeah, it's like I would expect to see them at like the Moody Theater or something as like the smallest. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to see them there. So
Nightwish live at Parker Jazz Club.
oh god, that would be. I don't think that would work.
Well, dude, you said they have great sound.
They do.
ADD for you. I saw Avenged Sevenfold in a big venue open up for Metallica.
Ooh.
Volbeat was also there, I believe.
Ooh, nice.
Did not sound the greatest at US Bank Stadium. Like it was sound like US Bank Stadium. You'd think $1 billion stadium would sound a little better, but maybe just whatever. But on that note, mosh pit. I'm not a fan, but I saw this guy mosh. It was bleeding and dumped a beer on it to just because he was bleeding from like the nose and just dumped beer to wash it off and kept moshing. Not only did he waste beer, but he just kept moshing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was funny.
He killed the germs. That's how you mosh.
Zach, do you mosh?
Hell no.
I never got the moshing thing. Like, have at it, but like I'm just like watching the show.
I did it very briefly when I was younger. At a bunch of punk shows that I used to go to. I used to do that, but then I got like kicked literally in the face with a steel-toed boot because he was just throwing his feet around and just moshing, and I was like, it hit me, and I'm like, I'm done.
I don't blame you, dude.
And then side note again, ADD. Todd Rundgren. Didn't know this till later in life, but he wrote a lot of like the instrumental stuff for Dumb and Dumber, the movie.
Wow, didn't know that.
Like the one scene where he's leaving the airport, and he sees Mary. Like that instrumental is Todd Rundgren.
Oh,
I'll be dang.
I know, right?
Wow.
Fact of the day. Fact of the day.
Yeah, Todd was incredibly sick at the show that I saw him at. And he
like sick in a good way?
No, like sick, like he could barely sing. And he had that mentality of like the show must go on.
Wow, God bless.
And
that's a Queen song.
Yeah. And so what he did though was he got he was getting people up from the audience to sing the songs. And every single one of them was good. None of them were bad at all. It was really interesting, and they all knew the words. Every single one of them.
Wow.
And
so it was staged.
I guess, maybe.
Maybe. But I don't know. It's kind of like, when people... When I go to a concert, like, I get it. He was sick, and I think that's cool that the show must go on. But, like, you were talking, TJ, you went to see a band. I think it was Shotley Moo. And I'm not going to say the band's name because I don't want to out anybody, but you said that there was a lot of, y'all sing it, and I want to hear the person sing it, Oh
anyway. Yeah. Oh God.
Shotley Moo. I like that.
30 Seconds to Mars. Jared Leto did that, and it's like he just all the time was just sticking his mic out and he was letting the audience sing it. And at one point I just finally turned to my friend. I'm going, I'm kind of over this. I came here to watch them play, not listen to this asshole next to me who can't hold a tune. So,
at least he looks good doing it.
Yeah.
Well, dreaming.
And when he did sing, he was pitch perfect. So.
You're tearing me apart, Jared. Dude, can we, in the Rock Detention logo, can you make a Shotley Moo?
Logo. I knew it would evolve, but yeah, we can.
Dude, well, I want that for a T-shirt. Shotley Moo.
What is Shotley Moo? Is that just something you just made up right now?
Yes, it's sticking. I like it.
Shotley Moo. Okay.
It's a Motley Crue cover band.
Okay.
Shotley Moo.
Yeah. What is it? Hot Tub Time Machine. Motley Lou.
Dude, I watched it like a week ago. That's one of my favorite actors in it. Obviously Chevy Chase from all of the National Lampoon stuff, but Clark Duke.
Oh,
Clark Duke is
Crispin Glover from Back to the Future fame. He's a character.
Yes. Yes. But do you know who Clark Duke is?
No.
I can't say that I do.
He's the nerdy kid.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also in The Office, but where I
Oh yeah.
He was in that hysterical movie called Sex Drive.
Yes.
I was gonna say Sex Drive. Yeah, like internet, computer.
Oh my dude, that is one of the funniest movies of all time. Not the unedited one, but the rated R version is pretty hysterical.
Yep.
It's like the first time I've ever seen a movie, an unrated one, and thought the rated R one was better.
I thought that was fired up.
Really?
Yeah.
Did we watch the unrated?
I've seen the unrated. I don't know if you and I've watched the unrated.
Okay.
But I've seen the unrated, and it was just one of those things where it was like, what? Why was this added in? So
I feel TJ, if we all ever meet in person,
When?
that is like Robin and I's movie. That's like our thing. So we will definitely be watching that.
And
have you seen it?
I have not. How are you guys coming along with Bill and Ted 3?
Oh, still need to watch the second one.
I saw the first one.
Well,
you're here
you're
here.
But...
We need to watch the second one.
Absolutely.
Well, moving forward. Anyways, great talk, guys. I do have a lot that I didn't. I mean, this goes so quick.
Yeah, I won't lie. This one's gone by really quick tonight. Sorry to interrupt.
I don't think. No, you're good. I don't think I've touched on any Minnesota venues yet. Unlike you, hometown boys with Austin.
What?
So I was gonna say it's gone now, but Mill City Nights, formerly the Brick, was a great little venue. It had a little upstairs bar with like a little catwalk on each side, I'd say, that you could stand on. Yeah. And then I'd say it held like 1,200 people, roughly.
Oh wow! I'm thinking like knowing you, I'm thinking like a little dive bar. And now you're
those are the best, but yeah, this was a great little place, and I saw actually I don't even know who headlined. I think it was like I Prevail, and
wow.
This was before they like took off too. Like I Prevail and Amon Amarth or whatever.
Dude, that's a random.
Santa Cruz opened up for him.
Wow, that's a random pairing of bands.
Yeah, it was like Santa Cruz's first tour, so now that's. And I saw Steel Panther there too, and Extreme when they did the entire Porno Graffiti album.
Yes.
In its entirety. Great little venue. I saw Bucktree there, Three of a Dead Man. It was a lot of great shows I saw there.
Dude, I Prevail. I saw them because their newest album, their first song on it, like hits hard. I mean, it starts with a breakdown within the first like 10 or 15 seconds. They rock, dude.
Agree.
Dude,
they rock.
Wow, thank you for everything you just said.
Oh, no problem. I got more stuff coming too. So,
well.
On to you, Zach.
Oh shucks. No, I'm good to go. The one did come to my mind. I do want to say, I don't know the name of it, but I played in Canada. I'm just gonna look it up real quick, and that was the coolest crowd. Wait a minute, how am I forgetting this show? Dude, the show that changed my life forever was when I played Austin City Limits with Rock of Ages here in Austin. No shit. It's called
Austin City Limits. Huh, interesting. Would have never thought.
Dude, that was magical.
The Moody
I had
Theater.
like 60 family and friends there. Yeah.
My parents were there.
Dude, that was such a magical night. It really was. That was one of the greatest nights of my life. And then shortly after, I saw you in San Antonio, which the Tobin Theater it's called the Tobin, right?
I think so.
Dude, that's an incredible
Sounded
venue.
Amazing.
Well, thanks. Stop.
Your sound guy was awesome. He really
sound girl.
Awesome sound girl.
Michelle.
She had the auto tune that she put on your guitar.
All those notes sounded right.
Yeah. You were really good.
You
were really good at like making it look like you were doing it.
Thanks, pal. You're so good to me, Robin. Robin, you're so good to me. Okay, the venue, it's called Place des Arts. So I'm sure in French it's like Place des Arts. I think. I don't know.
Artes.
But it was in Montreal, And guys, I'm going to turn the brightness down on my phone. Look at this picture. This was, can you see?
That's a nice glare you got there.
It's a nice glare.
It looks cool though. It looks like it's got a couple tiers to it.
I don't like either of y'all. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tiers, and it was a packed show. That was the loudest crowd we played for. Like, they love rock and roll. And so, yes, Montreal, shout out. Thank y'all for that. So then that's my story.
That's my story.
Right, Star Zach.
Yeah.
Ruva.
On that note, I was gonna say, sorry to interrupt, Robin, but how do you? I'm sure that goes for both of you. How do you feel playing at like venues that more are like the theatery type, like with the tiers like that? Like you got like you could like it seems like some of those stages have like the stage is like you could hold a musical there, or you can hold a live show or a stand-up comedian. Like,
Robin, you wanna go first?
It's definitely different. There's a very different vibe playing venues like that. And I will say I have only done it a handful of times. I can't speak too intelligently to it because I just haven't done it a lot. I know Zach has. I think I need to do it more to get used to it. But yeah, I loved doing it. It was fun. I definitely, as of right now, I definitely prefer the smaller venues. I like that intimate feeling, and there is, when you play those stages, there is a little bit of a separation. But I don't hate them at all. I actually really like playing them. I do have to interject something here. What is First Avenue, TJ?
Okay, well, I was gonna get to that.
Okay, because
that's all. I've got that's where we're running out of time. That's why I was trying to like do this one quick. But I was gonna say, watching from those like venues too, like they're just like too classy to me, in a way. You know what I mean? Like it's like you should be watching a opera there or something. But if Zach, feel free to go quick, but
really quickly, Robin, I also love the small intimate venues because there's something cool about like someone being right there.
Mm-hmm.
Totally awesome. I love theaters because you get the loudness of having like more people, and they're beautiful theaters. Like I love the vintage theaters and all that. So if I had to pick one venue to play for the rest of my life, like big theaters, I love those. Arenas were cool. But there's like a 25-foot gap between you and the first person, and that's kind of weird to me. But obviously, if anyone out there needs a touring guitar player for an arena show, be happy to go out with you.
If you need a touring drummer, let me know.
If you need a fanboy, I'm here.
Yes, talk about First Avenue. I'm surprised you haven't said anything.
Well, I was saving the best for last, unlike you. Just going right for it.
Wow.
So Varsity Theater is really cool in Minnesota. I'm gonna get that out of the way. It's like in the college town, but it's a great little intimate theater. First Avenue is legendary. I was waiting to say it. I mean, that's where Prince, if you haven't seen Purple Rain, that's where he recorded it. Like, it's legendary for that. And like everyone that's played there has a star in concrete. Zach's been there.
I hung out there with you
when it was like negative 50.
Dude, that was so painful, but it was worth it.
It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I saw, believe it or not, I didn't get to go there, or didn't actually go there until I was probably like 22 of all the years I lived here. And I saw The Darkness there. I think it was my first show I saw, and it was unbelievable. One of the best live shows. And then my favorite one, you guys probably haven't been. If we get a chance, we should all go to Red Rocks in Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
It is gorgeous. I've never gorgeous.
Been. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Once things get back to it, that's where we should do a podcast from. And Robin, how's the whiskey situation going?
Oh, I'm definitely in need of some whiskey.
Awesome. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Always good to see you. God bless. We'll see you next week. Mr. TJ.
Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
This was a lot of fun. And yes, for those of you wondering, that is a Stratocaster guitar on my wall back there. It was hand built. It's a fake Fender. It was hand built by my friend Nate. And yes, that is a fully automatic Nerf gun in the corner over there. So
comment, like, subscribe.
comment, like, subscribe, do all those things, share it, and we will see you next week. Class dismissed.